feel like I finally have found some sort of true redemption through writing this album, through, you know, finally, you know, getting some help with some of the problems I had, you know, starting certain medications, stuff like that, and getting my head in the right space.
I feel like on this record we're not really settling at all. Not to say that in the past we have settled, but I think there was, due to some time constraints and just different things like that, there were certain decisions we just were forced to make when we made them.
This record has more of a triumphant sound rather than, you know, it's not super angry, it's not, I guess it's more reflective.
At that point, you have to think of Kid Rock, 1999, Woodstock.
A room full of people too anxious to mingle. My brain yells at me, it's the perfect time to get existential. Your body's a rental. Push back, tell myself that I'm just fine. More people show up, I think I might throw up. Go out for some fresh air to clear out my mind. More people out there, this shit is a nightmare. I wanna go home, a piece of my ride. Just keep drinking.
I feel like the writing process was a lot different than previous. Whenever we came in to record Bury Your Mind, we would only kind of write whenever we were in between tours, and it'd be like
We also had like way less time.
yeah, it was just like we were like, oh, we got to do this, we got to do this.
Like, I feel like we found our two people that we really enjoy recording with. For me personally, like, they just teach me so much and, you know, help me become better at what I do.
We came here and absolutely fell in love with Brett and Gary. Gary's doing some assistant engineering with LP3 as he did with LP2. So the both of them together, I mean, it's been a really cool dynamic between the two of them.
Actually, hold on. Let me put you on hold real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no rules.
Oh, thank God.
But there's been a couple times so far on this record where we'll listen back and be like, I'm not totally sold on that. Cool. Let's shelf it for a day or two. Let's come back and let's do it again with some fresh ears. And if we don't like it, let's do it. And we have redone some parts and reworked some ideas. Like, I've gone back in and completely changed a couple verses on drums because we're like, I think we should be doing something like this here. Let's fix it. And I really like that we're able to like get a second pass at everything and be like, no, like, let's make sure we're super happy with it. And it's just a very comfortable environment. We really feel like he gets what we're trying to do here, and we feel like we have a common goal of what this record should sound like.
The thing I like the most is he's not afraid to kind of try things out. Like, there's certain parts to where I'm like, I think this would sound cool with like a POG or like a weird vocoder type thing over it, and he's like, yeah, let's try it. And we'll go for it. If it didn't work, he's like, at least we did try, and things like that. And he's very trying to think of the best way to word it. He's understanding of whenever you can't really lock down a part. Like, we've changed up a lot of stuff, like just like fine-tuning a lot of parts here in the studio.
The way this album opens and ends, it's full circle. Like, everything comes full circle. I open it with not necessarily dark songs, but like songs that, you know, are talking about the issues I was having after Bury Your Mind. Like, because I mean, all three albums lyrically have been really like the story of my life. I just try to write them in a relatable way that anyone can like insert themselves into the situation that I'm in, or can relate their own situation to what I'm saying. This one, I think, I think understanding and reflection is like the best way to put it, because of the fact that this time around I understand a lot more about what I'm saying and what I want to say, and I'm reflecting on everything that's happened in the time since.
So this record, LP3, is a really good blend of both the full lengths that we did before this one. Musically, I would say it feels bigger, more roomier. As you get older and as you play music more, you develop your sound and what you like, and you know how to make those sounds. So as the records have gone on, the sound has gotten more dynamic and textures have been introduced, and you know, we've always had like clean guitars and some drivier choruses. I'm just excited for people to hear it. There's a lot more riffs. It's got a lot of cool rock and roll stuff going on, but there's a lot of beautiful sounding soft parts too.
Yeah.
There's big ends. There's big beginnings. I mean, it's all over the board really, but we think that it works together as a collective work. So
a lot of times, like the third guitar, depending on who's playing that part on the song or whatever, like playing the lower end of the guitar, definitely kind of like follows the bass a lot, but also sometimes it gives me the freedom because I know that extra little low end is going to be there to like kind of do some cool stuff as well without losing the low end, which makes it fun because it kind of like having that third guitar kind of frees me up to be able to experiment and stuff too. So when I came in this time, I felt like I was a lot more prepared and had some cool stuff just from the previous experience, like kind of opened me up to being able to write better. And then this time it's done the same thing. I mean, we'll see where we go with it on the next record, I guess. I feel like as musicians, we've definitely matured, like in the sense of, you know, writing and playing and kind of figuring out what we want and like what we came in with, like the preparation for coming in for this record. But at the same time, I think this record's cool too because like in finding what we wanted and stuff like that, we're kind of going back to kind of the older stuff we've done. And it's kind of just like a nice mix of stuff that we did on the last record and the one before. But it's cool because like we've definitely matured, and I feel like our sound has matured because of the fact that we've kind of figured out what it is that we want to do.
One of the things I love most about being in like a band like this is like not every song I have to play like the most like important or crazy part because I have two other phenomenal guitar players who are way better than me that can just sit back and truly like shine.
We just want to play our songs for as many people as we can. We have so much fun playing on stage live. Being able to like play it for people and like see their reaction and like feed off of that and be a part of it is like the coolest thing in the entire world.
I hope that we can continue to make music that people connect with and that understand how we're feeling when we write these songs.
This record is really like where we've hit our stride and kind of gotten really comfortable with where we're going with it and like what we know what we want to do and stuff like that. And I feel like it's like a culminating point of all that. So like I hope that's what the record, you know, brings out of us. But like I feel confident in it. But that's what I'm hoping for. But at the same time, I do feel like we've really, you know, came in and been prepared and like put our all into this one.
So it's really, I think as a whole, the album, the whole idea is just a reflection and understanding and like figuring out who you are. This album is a really good representation of what our band has been all along, and I think we finally figured out like ourselves.